Young and the Restless prediction. Adam and Sally doomed. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Jeannie Daignault. Young and the Restless predictions suspect the end of Adam Newman's relationship with his girlfriend, Sally Spectra, is coming soon as he revisits his past on the CBS Opera. Adam Newman takes the next step with Sally Spectra on Young and the Restless. Recently, on Y&R, Adam Newman and Sally Spectra made a big decision about their relationship. Adam asked Sally to move in with him and she agreed. Indeed, it took her a long time to forgive Adam and trust him again after he broke her heart. Now, they are in a wonderful place and are only getting stronger. No doubt, they seem solid as ever. So that's why it's surprising that things are about to take a sharp turn for them. Coming up soon on Young and the Restless, Adam does something that will jeopardize his future with Sally. There might be no coming back for them, and they may be over for good. Adam messes up again on Y&R. Sidley, Sally Spectra's Courtney Hope. Happiness will be short-lived because Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, makes a colossal mistake soon. Of course, he loves Sally deeply and doesn't want to hurt her. However, he is going through a difficult time in his life now. His son, Connor Newman, Judah Mackey, whom he shares with his ex-wife, Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, is greatly struggling with OCD. Currently, he is away at a school that can help him treat his OCD, but things are getting worse before they get better, and it's taking a toll on his parents. Surprisingly, after their rocky past on Young and the Restless, Adam and Chelsea are being extremely supportive of each other. They have become each other's rocks. But soon, things take a turn. They get wrapped up in their emotions and end up sharing a kiss. Then, official spoilers promise that they make a pact. So most likely, they agree it will never happen again, and that their significant others can never find out on Y&R. But it could very well end up happening again, and of course, the truth will come out eventually. And when it does, both of their lives will change forever. Young and the Restless prediction. The truth erupts. Ally implodes. No doubt, it looks like Sally and Adam will be on borrowed time soon. After Adam shares a kiss with Chelsea, that will be the beginning of the end for him and Sally, even if they don't know it yet. Of course, Adam will tell himself that it means nothing and won't go any further. But they are getting closer by the day and may soon want to give their romance another chance. When they were together back in the day, they were toxic. Now they're both in a much better mental state and may be able to make things work on Young and the Restless. But sadly, that would mean Adam would have to let Sally go, and Chelsea would need to end things with Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. No doubt, when Sally and Billy find out about the kiss, they will be furious and heartbroken. But this could be a new beginning for Chelsea and Adam. Y&R is full of shockers. Don't miss a minute to see when Sally Spectra finds out about Adam Newman's betrayal on the CBS daytime drama. In the world of the Young and the Restless, love is often a battlefield, and few relationships have been as volatile, compelling, and controversial as the one between Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, and Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope. The couple's dynamic has been fraught with power struggles, emotional baggage, and complicated feelings from every angle. From the very beginning, it was clear that they shared a magnetic attraction, but it's equally evident that their love story is one filled with obstacles. Will Adam and Sally's relationship triumph, or are they doomed to repeat the mistakes of the past? Over the past year, Adam and Sally's romance has evolved in ways that have left Y&R fans guessing, questioning, and speculating. Adam, the troubled but charming heir to the Newman family empire, has always struggled with his darker impulses and his yearning for control. On the other hand, Sally, the ambitious and fiercely independent woman who once worked as a PR executive for Newman Media, brings her own set of emotional baggage and a tumultuous history. Their connection began under the shadow of past betrayals, secrecy, and the constant interference from their families. With a tumultuous start, is it possible that their relationship could survive the weight of all their struggles, or are they fated to fail, unable to overcome the many hurdles in their path? In this piece, we will explore the reasons why Adam and Sally's relationship may be doomed, and what factors are contributing to the growing tensions in their bond. From personal insecurities to the impact of family politics, the pieces are falling into place for a potential heartbreak that could leave fans devastated. A relationship built on turmoil. When Adam and Sally first began their relationship, it seemed like a whirlwind romance, exciting, dangerous, and full of promise. However, their beginning was hardly one of smooth sailing. Sally came to Genoa City to escape her past in Los Angeles, and Adam, always a man of mystery and emotional baggage, was the perfect man for her to connect with. Both individuals had been through their fair share of heartbreak and disappointment, and together, they found comfort in each other's understanding of their respective struggles. However, their chemistry wasn't enough to mask the underlying issues they were both facing. Adam, despite his sophisticated business acumen and charm, was deeply scared by his tumultuous past. His complex relationship with his father, Victor Newman, Eric Braden, and his constant battle with his sense of worthiness within the Newman family. Adam has long sought approval and love from his father, but despite his many efforts, Victor's approval often remains elusive. This emotional turbulence makes Adam an incredibly complicated and often unpredictable partner in any relationship. On the other hand, Sally had her own emotional scars to deal with. Her impulsive nature, often driven by a desire for love and validation, often led to poor decisions. She had a history of entanglement with powerful men, and her relationship with Adam only compounded her need for approval and success. As a former employee at Newman Media, Sally's ties to the Newman family, particularly Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinel, have made her an increasingly conflicted figure. She's also been involved in the romantic entanglements of both Adam and his brother Nick, Joshua Morrow, which only adds to the complexity of her relationships within the Newman family. For Sally, navigating the power dynamics of the Newman family while balancing her feelings for Adam has become an almost impossible task. From the outset, their relationship was riddled with complications. Adam's determination to prove himself to his family led him to make decisions that sometimes conflicted with his personal life, and Sally's insecurities and desire for professional success often clouded her judgment. While their connection was undeniably strong, it was built on shaky ground, and it quickly became clear that they were both carrying too much emotional baggage for their love to thrive unscathed. Family interference. The Newman family's role in Adam and Sally's relationship. One of the most significant and recurring issues in Adam and Sally's relationship is the intense pressure they both face from the Newman family. The Newmans have a reputation for meddling in each other's personal lives, and Adam, as the black sheep of the family, has often been the target of their criticism and manipulation. Victor Newman, in particular, has always had a complicated relationship with Adam, often treating him like an outsider, despite his undeniable intelligence and business acumen. This tension between father and son has frequently undermined Adam's personal relationships, including with Sally. Victor's role in Adam's life is one of both love and control. Despite his moments of kindness toward Adam, Victor constantly demands more from him, particularly in the business world. Victor's expectations are high, and his approval is something Adam has always craved, making him vulnerable to the pressure that comes with being the son of such a powerful man. Victor's interference in Adam's relationships, whether through his direct actions or simply his underlying influence, has created problems not only in Adam's bond with Sally, but also in his overall emotional well-being. Victoria Newman, Adam's sister, has also played a significant role in Adam's relationships. As the head of Newman Enterprises, Victoria is often the voice of reason in the family, but is also known for being ruthless in business dealings. She and Sally's previous interactions were full of tension, especially when it came to professional rivalries. Victoria's dominance in both the business and personal spheres of Adam's life has often made him feel conflicted and torn between his family and his romantic interests. This dynamic has not only been emotionally taxing for Adam, but has placed immense pressure on his relationship with Sally, further testing their already fragile bond. Sally, too, has found herself caught in the crossfire of the Newman family drama. As a woman who built her career from the ground up, Sally is no stranger to power struggles. But the overwhelming presence of the Newman family in her personal and professional life has left her feeling overshadowed and undervalued. She's always had a competitive streak, and her past history with Adam's brother Nick adds another layer of tension. Sally's connection to Adam, despite their undeniable attraction, has often felt like an afterthought compared to the more dominant forces. With the Newmans constantly influencing her life, Sally has struggled to find a way to assert her independence while maintaining her relationship with Adam. The ongoing interference from Adam's family has created a rift between him and Sally, with both of them feeling trapped in the expectations placed on them. Adam is constantly pulled in different directions by his need for approval from his father and sister, while Sally is left questioning her role in the Newman family dynamic. The power struggles, emotional baggage, and interference from their families are all critical elements that threaten to undermine their relationship. Trust issues and betrayal, a growing divide. Trust is one of the most important foundations of any relationship, and unfortunately, Adam and Sally's connection has been marred by betrayals, misunderstandings, and insecurity. Early on, Adam's secrecy and emotional walls created significant tension in the relationship. Adam, being a man who is always trying to maintain control over his life and emotions, was reluctant to fully open up to Sally. His inability to be honest about his feelings, particularly his lingering attachment to his family's approval, created an emotional barrier that made it difficult for Sally to trust him completely. On the other hand, Sally's own issues with trust stem from her need to prove herself in the world. Having previously been involved in complicated romantic entanglements, including her on-again, off-again flirtation with Nick, Sally has always had difficulty fully trusting Adam. Her insecurities about being seen as second best to Victoria, or even to Adam's other past loves, have only fueled her doubts about their relationship. As their connection deepens, the cracks in their trust become more apparent. This week, spoilers indicate that new challenges will arise that will test their ability to trust one another fully. Sally, who has struggled to fit in with Adam's family, will begin to feel even more isolated and alienated as Adam's unresolved emotional ties to his past come to the forefront once again. The emotional distance between them will continue to grow, with Sally finding it increasingly difficult to accept Adam's unwillingness to fully open up and be vulnerable. Additionally, Adam's past relationship with Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, remains a constant point of tension between him and Sally. The unresolved feelings between Adam and Chelsea have always been a looming presence in their relationship, and spoilers suggest that Chelsea will once again be a thorn in their side. The emotional ties that Adam still has to Chelsea, coupled with the guilt he feels over their broken relationship, could lead to further betrayal. Sally, already insecure and distrustful, may begin to question Adam's true feelings, believing that he's never truly let go of his past with Chelsea. These trust issues, combined with a growing sense of emotional distance, threaten to cause irreparable damage to Adam and Sally's relationship. If they cannot address these underlying problems, it's likely that they will be doomed to fail, unable to rebuild the trust that has slowly eroded over time. The End of the Road, a doomed love story. As much as fans of Adam and Sally may hope for a happy ending, the current trajectory of their relationship suggests that they may be doomed to fail. Between the constant interference from the Newman family, the emotional baggage both Adam and Sally carry, and their growing distrust of each other, their love story seems like one built on a shaky foundation that is bound to crumble under the weight of these unresolved issues. While their chemistry is undeniable and their connection is palpable, the reality is that Adam and Sally have more hurdles than they can overcome. Adam's desire for approval, Sally's insecurities, and their inability to trust one another fully make their future together uncertain at best. As their individual struggles continue to drive them apart, it seems increasingly unlikely that they will be able to overcome these obstacles and find happiness together. In the world of the young and the restless, relationships are often messy, and Adam and Sally's is no exception. As the spoilers hint at more drama, betrayal, and emotional conflict in the weeks to come, it's hard to ignore the growing sense that their romance is doomed. Despite their shared history and undeniable passion, the challenges they face may ultimately be too great to overcome. High-stakes world of Genoa City, Nate Hastings' journey is anything but predictable. The young doctor-turned-businessman has been on a roller coaster ride, navigating complex relationships, professional pitfalls, and his own personal struggles. From his initial decision to leave behind the world of medicine and join the corporate powerhouses like Newman Enterprises, to the increasingly strained relationships with his family, Nate's story is one of ambition, family loyalty, and personal sacrifice. In this prediction piece, we'll explore the crucial crossroads that Nate finds himself at in the upcoming weeks. His involvement with the Newmans, his emotional turmoil regarding his family, and the questionable decisions he's making in both his professional and personal life, all point to one thing. Nate may be on the verge of losing control. Nate's shifting allegiances, a man torn between power and family. Nate's decision to align himself with Victoria Newman and the Newman family was a bold move, and one that's caused significant tension in his personal life. Initially, it seemed like a great opportunity for Nate to leverage his skills in the corporate world. He would have the chance to rise to prominence at Newman Enterprises, a business empire with almost unlimited resources, and prove himself to be more than just a doctor in a small town. But as the weeks have passed, the reality of his decision is beginning to sink in. Nate is now squarely in the Newman's world, a place where power plays, manipulation, and control are the status quo. His ambitious nature, once a virtue, is now becoming a source of conflict. As Nate moves further into the fold of the Newman family, he begins to lose sight of his original values and beliefs. The lines between right and wrong have become increasingly blurred, and he finds himself at the mercy of the very people who promised him a shot at success. Nate's growing loyalty to Victoria has caused a rift between him and his cousin Devin Hamilton. Their family bond, once strong, has been tested time and again as Nate's business decisions align with the Newmans' interests more than with his own family's. While Devin's company, Chancellor Winters, has always been a place for Nate to find support, he now sees his future tied to the Newmans, and more specifically to Victoria, whose personal and professional influence on him is undeniable. It's clear that Nate's allegiance to the Newmans has put him in a precarious position. On one hand, he has the opportunity to gain power, wealth, and influence. On the other hand, he's losing the trust and respect of those closest to him. This internal tug-of-war could soon come to a head, leaving Nate to face the consequences of his choices. The breakdown of family ties, Devin's betrayal, and the strain on their relationship. Devin Hamilton is Nate's cousin and once one of his closest confidants. Their shared history is rooted in mutual respect, and Nate has always looked to Devin as a moral compass and a role model. However, the increasingly strained relationship between the two is becoming impossible to ignore. Devin, for his part, has become deeply disillusioned with Nate's actions. From his initial decision to join the Newmans, to his increasing lack of transparency in their business dealings, Devon is beginning to feel that Nate is abandoning his family in favor of personal gain. For Devon, this is a betrayal on multiple levels. He's already gone through painful emotional losses in his life, and seeing his cousin, someone he once trusted, fall so deeply under the influence of the Newmans feels like another betrayal of his values. Spoilers suggest that Devon will soon confront Nate about his decisions, and this confrontation will likely escalate into a heated argument about loyalty, family, and ambition. Devon will make it clear that he feels betrayed by Nate's choices, and this will force Nate to confront the reality that he may have pushed his family away in pursuit of personal success. The fallout from this confrontation will have lasting consequences for their relationship. While there may still be some hope for reconciliation, it's clear that Nate's connection to the Newmans is slowly driving a wedge between him and his family. The question is whether Nate will choose his ambition over his family, or if he will realize that the cost of his choices is simply too high. Victoria Newman's growing influence, manipulation, or genuine connection. One of the most complex elements of Nate's story is his relationship with Victoria Newman. While their business connection was initially professional, it's clear that there's much more to their dynamic than meets the eye. Victoria's influence over Nate has been undeniable, and as their relationship deepens, Nate's ability to see things clearly becomes increasingly known for her ruthlessness and her ability to manipulate situations in her favor. She has done this with countless individuals throughout her life, and now it seems that Nate is her latest pawn in a game that could have far-reaching consequences for everyone involved. From the beginning, Victoria saw potential in Nate, both as a business asset and as a potential partner in more ways than one. While it remains unclear whether her feelings for Nate are entirely genuine, the fact remains that she has been a driving force in his decision-making. As Victoria continues to exert her influence over Nate, there are increasing doubts about whether her feelings for him are truly romantic, or if she's simply using him to advance her own goals. For Nate, this is a critical question. Is he truly in a relationship with someone who cares for him, or is he just another pawn in Victoria's ruthless quest for control? At the same time, Nate is still reeling from his personal feelings of inadequacy. He wants to prove himself worthy of the Newman name, and he craves validation from someone like Victoria, who has always been a powerful figure in the family. However, as their relationship progresses, it's becoming clear that Victoria may not be the person Nate thinks she is. Her love for power could eventually come at the cost of their personal connection, leaving Nate with nothing but the empty shell of a relationship that was built on ambition rather than love. Nate's potential downfall, the price of ambition. Nate's rise to power within Newman Enterprises may have seemed like a dream come true, but it's increasingly clear that the price of his ambition may be too high. As he continues to alienate those around him, he finds himself more and more isolated in a world that values power and success over personal connections. The question that looms over Nate's future is simple. Will he be able to reclaim his moral compass, or will his desire for success continue to drive him further into the shadows of the Newman Empire? As his relationship with Devon deteriorates and his bond with his family weakens, Nate may find himself asking whether the success he's chasing is truly worth the emotional cost. The upcoming weeks on The Young and the Restless will likely see Nate at a crossroads, where he must decide between loyalty to his family and his unrelenting ambition. It's possible that he will have to make a painful decision, cut ties with his family to continue climbing the corporate ladder, or swallow his pride and attempt to reconcile with those he's hurt. Either choice could have devastating consequences, and Nate's future in Genoa City hangs in the balance. Conclusion: Nate's future in the balance. Nate Hastings' journey is one of ambition, family, and the struggle to maintain his identity in a world that constantly pulls him in different directions. His involvement with the Newmans has provided him with opportunities, but it has also brought him into a world of power plays, manipulation, and emotional turmoil. As he faces mounting pressure from his family, especially Devon, and the growing influence of Victoria, Nate must decide what kind of man he wants to be. Will he stay true to his family and values, or will he sacrifice everything for the power he so desperately craves? As the drama unfolds, one thing is clear. Nate is playing